Welcome everybody to Footnotes with Justin Garland. This is episode 2. Just want to thank you guys all for tuning in today. Today is a beautiful Thursday afternoon in the city of Long Beach. We're here at Signal Hill. This is Justin Garland. And again, filming today and recording this session is Mr. Eduardo Jimenez, Mr. Eddie. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. The old saying, we all learned it as kids. Unfortunately, it's not the truth. Sticks and stones will break your bones, and words can hurt you. That's the topic of today's message. Today's message is brought to you in part by This Just In. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Anyway, good or bad are in the power of what you say, and what you say will happen in your life. It's a biblical principle, biblical standard. So your words are like seeds planted in the atmosphere, and those seeds will produce fruit according to exactly what was said. So if I want things in my life that are good, then I better be speaking good. If I want things that are bad, then keep speaking bad. But I'm sure everybody wants good things in their life. I know I do. So be careful what comes out of your mouth, especially if it's opposite of what you really, really, really want. I know it's hard. A lot of us probably grew up in an atmosphere or in settings that it wasn't demonstrated or exampled to us. There's a lot of probably complaining going on or negativity in the household and things like that. And I think everybody has some family member they can identify as saying, well, that person's always talking crap, or nothing's ever good's coming out of that person's mouth. But it's the truth. Good or bad are in the power of what you say. So out of your mouth, you can speak life, you can speak death, you can speak negativity or positivity, and the things that you say, will manifest in your life. So what do you want in your life? Do you want what's good and positive? Or do you want what's bad and negative? Check your words. Complaining and speaking negatively about situations isn't going to change. It's not going to change your situation into what you really want. It's only going to magnify them into bigger issues. So what feels normal to us isn't always the right way to handle situations. So we're going to have to retrain ourselves on how to speak what we want. And it's going to have to be that conscious effort. Okay? So at first it might really feel hard to do, but we're going to have to check ourselves, and your words are going to take, you have to check yourself and your words. It's going to take a conscious effort in order to do that. If it's not something you've practiced enough already, you might miss it once in a while, and that's okay. I know for even myself, it tends to be a little difficult sometimes. It's easy to go with the norm and complain about the situation you might be in, or complain about some of the problems that you might have. If money's tight, it's easy to complain about not having enough money or saying you're broke and things like that. But when I speak those words will manifest exactly what I say. So if I'm broke and I tell people I'm broke, even though that might be fact, it's definitely not the truth, because your situation can change at any time. And your situation is going to start to change according to what you say. So if you don't want to be broke, don't say that you're broke. That might be tough. Say something different. If you're sick, don't say you're sick. I'm getting better. I'm healthy. I'm strong. I'm vibrant. Okay? Speak those things over yourself. Say those things, affirm those things over yourself. Okay? And then continue to walk those things out. Tip number one. So I'm going to give us a couple tips today. And today's podcast is going to be a little shorter. I want to thank a lot of the viewers and listeners who listened through the last podcast. I kind of felt like it was a little lengthy. I do apologize for that. So today's podcast is going to be a little shorter. I'm giving you this time right now because I'm going to give you some tips, and it would probably help if you wrote them down. So grab some paper and a pen or pencil, or take notes on your phone, however you want to take notes. So tip number 1, as a man thinks, that's how he will be. Or as a woman thinks about themselves, that's how they will be. Take time out of your day. Okay? Maybe start in the morning and before bed, and meditate and think about what you want in this life. Think about your goals, your future successes, your future accomplishments, your purpose. Start to focus on those things. Meditate on those things in the morning and the evening. It's something my wife and I do in the morning together. We meditate. We start our day right. We think about the things that we want, and we just set the tone for the day. Okay, and it's really going to help you become a lot more conscious. You'll start to put forth more of an effort to make sure that you are speaking the things that you want in your life. And tip number 2, write it down. After you've meditated on what you really want in your life and you've given it some thought, write those things down. Something my wife and I started doing was writing down our goals. And I can personally tell you that I used to write my goals down, and when I first started writing my goals out, it might happen every once a quarter. I would think about it and I'd write some goals down. They're real superficial. I would write those goals down, and then I wouldn't revisit them. I wouldn't look at them. I wouldn't write them down again. And then it started to to weigh on me because I wasn't really producing anything in my life. So I started practicing the habit a little more, and then it got to a point where maybe I was writing down every 30 days. Especially with some of the sales jobs that I've had in my life. We've talked about our monthly goals and what we were going to do. So I'll write them down at the beginning of the month, and then again, not revisit them until the end of the month when we haven't hit our budget, we haven't hit our goal, and we didn't do anything to get there. And it just wasn't what we wanted. But now what I do on a daily basis is I get up in the morning and I write them down in the morning. I revisit them throughout the day, and then I write them down again. Something my wife does as well. She's been writing down her goals. And I can tell you, based on what we've written down, we've managed to go ahead and complete and accomplish some of those goals, which is really cool. And those are like your little rewards. Every time I accomplish a goal or I do something, I get a little reward from that. Okay? So I would really encourage you guys, write down your goals at least 2 times a day. It helps keep you guys focused on where you want to go, especially when you revisit them throughout the day. It's almost like a rudder or a steering wheel. It'll help keep you on course. If I don't know the direction, and I look at my GPS map on my phone of where I'm going, it's going to direct me to where I'm going. If I'm out of direction and I'm going the wrong direction, it's going to reroute me, okay? So being able to look at my goals on a daily basis, even throughout the day, if you can take 5 minutes to step away from what you're doing, look at your goals again, it will help keep you pointed in the right direction. And if for any reason you've gotten out of direction with your goals or out of alignment with your goals during that day, you can reset, shift, and move right back into position to achieving those goals, okay? Writing down and seeing your goals creates a vision and direction for your life, okay? Writing down your goals creates a vision and direction for your life and will produce the desired result that you want as long as you're constantly looking at them and then you're doing the things you need to do in order to achieve them. Tip number 3, and this is by far probably one of the most important, is be thankful. Be thankful for what you have, be thankful for where you've come from, and definitely be thankful for where you're gonna be, okay? You might not be who you wanna be today. You might not have what you wanna have today, but gosh dang it, at least you're not who you used to be, and at least you have a lot more than what you used to have. You're a different person today than you were yesterday. And if you're listening to this podcast for the first time and you're hearing these things for the first time, and maybe this is something that's new to you, and you've gotten so fed up with where you are that you want to make a change and you want to transform in your life, today's that day. Don't worry about where you were yesterday or even a few hours ago. Let's focus and be thankful for where we're going to be. We can change our mindset like that just by being thankful. Being thankful in the morning and the evening before you go to bed, when you wake up. Thankful for your home, thankful for your car, thankful for your bike, thankful that you have 2 legs that you can walk if you have to walk to work, thankful for public transportation, thankful for Uber. And if for any reason maybe you can't walk, thankful even for your wheelchair or your mechanical chair. Whatever the case may be, whatever that is in your life right now, you can start to be thankful for it. It starts to reprogram your mind to being more positive and being more happy. Being thankful helps alleviate depression and anxiety and puts you in a state of euphoria. It starts to produce like dopamine in your mind, helps you have a better sense of accomplishment, especially when you can be thankful, and helps reprogram your mind to being a lot more happy. So be thankful and speak what you're thankful for. Okay? It's going to help create that habit of speaking those things that you really want and desire in your life. And being thankful is something my wife and I practice daily as well. We'll lay in bed at night and we'll ask each other, babe, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? And we just kind of go through the list. And sometimes the things that I'm thankful for are different than what she's thankful for, and that's great. We're thankful for something. We go to bed meditating on the things that we're thankful for. We wake up, we're thankful again. We start our day again meditating on the things that we want and the desired results that we want in our life. And focusing on what you're thankful for right before you fall asleep programs your mind to be more positive and really sets the tone for a more positive lifestyle the following days. I know last week we talked about work and getting things done. This step is just one more piece to the puzzle that will help you create the destiny and purpose and unlock the tools that are clearly inside you or already inside you to complete your quote-unquote work, your purpose. Okay? Doing these steps on a daily basis and creating those habits is going to help you unlock everything that's already been inside you. There's nothing that you have to search for. It's already inside you to do. You've already been given all the tools, all the ability to complete the task or your purpose, your destiny in life. Just start to do these things on a daily basis, and I guarantee that things will start to manifest the way that they're supposed to do. I'm really thankful for everybody who's listened and tuned in. I do appreciate everybody's love and support. Continue to leave your comments. Continue to send your emails. If you like, you have any comments or you have any questions, go ahead and send an email to footnoteswithjusting@gmail.com. Thank you guys for tuning in today. This has been another great day, another fabulous day, and you're listening to Footnotes with Justin Garland. See you guys soon.